Academy Award-winning actress Anna Paquin plays Rogue.
The first boy I ever kissed ended up in a coma for 3 weeks. I can still feel him inside my head.
There's not many people that'll understand what you're going through. But I think this guy, Xavier's one of them. He seems to genuinely want to help you, and that's a rare thing. For people like us.
Anna Paquin, good morning.
Thank you, good morning.
Nice to see you. You play Rogue, as I mentioned, and Rogue, is Rogue a part of the X-Men culture? Is that it?
Rogue is still a very young sort of member of the X-Men team. She isn't fully into the sort of superhero stage of her sort of membership.
But she does have sort of special powers, right?
Special powers, which is why she's being taken on by the X-Men, but she hasn't sort of been taught to channel them and train them like the rest of the team. So
and in fact, she has this terrible thing, Anna, right? Because she absorbs the qualities,
strengths and abilities and life force of anyone she touches, which has meant that since she found out she was a mutant, she's been very lonely and hasn't had any friends or family, and is sort of this very isolated person.
I know that the X-Men comic books are incredibly popular, as I mentioned. 30 million books are sold every year. I had no idea.
I didn't know that.
They're
That's
in 75
amazing.
different countries, translated into 22 separate languages. The series started in 1963. You weren't all that familiar with the whole concept, were you?
No, I mean, I'd heard of the comic books, but I had no idea that they had this sort of huge following that had been going on for almost sort of 40 years, you know? It's like, it's amazing to me, and there's so many fans.
I know. In fact, I understand that there were some X-Men fans here this morning who kind of glommed onto you. I hope you didn't absorb their life force this morning.
Thankfully, I left the rogue effect on set. I'm perfectly safe to shake hands with.
But they were all over you like a cheap suit. I mean, it's kind of overwhelming, isn't it?
I'm not really used to that, but you know, it's very flattering that they want to come out here, you know.
One of the things, I guess, that makes these characters so appealing is that they're all sort of tormented souls and kind of real people. In fact, there's a quote by the chief executive officer of Marvel Studios talking about the movie, because it's really not just a comic book action-packed film. He says it's really about discrimination, about the Civil War, it's about Bosnia, it's about Nazis, it's about high school, it's about being too tall or too short, it's about all of us. We're all mutants in one society or another. Kids always feel like mutants. This movie says you're not alone.
Wow.
I thought that was a very powerful thing to say about it. It's really about people.
And it's completely true as well, yeah.
Have you felt like a mutant?
I've had my mutant moments, I'd have to admit. I don't think that anyone gets through adolescence without feeling a bit like they don't fit in at some point.
And your adolescence must have been so strange in a way, Anna, because here you won an Academy Award for the piano when you were just 11 years old. I remember that so well. Nice lid, by the way. You looked so darling and you were so sweet, but at the same time, how overwhelming was that for 11 years old to be standing on the stage accepting an Oscar?
I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. It was kind of a surreal experience. I had no idea.
And I understand you've never really seen the entire movie, The Piano, is that true?
Well, I mean, I was too young when it came out, and I can't exactly go into Blockbuster and rent my own movie.
Why not?
So I'd feel like a bit of a goof.
I think you should get a friend to rent it for you, because it's an extraordinary movie, as I know you must know by this point.
Thank you.
And meanwhile, you're heading to college.
Yes.
In the fall.
Yes.
Here on the East Coast.
Yes.
And will you continue to make movies and focus on your studies? And how will you be able to do both?
I'm going to try and balance both, because, you know, I want to continue doing both my academic work and my professional work and keep up with that. So working during hiatuses, I guess, and summer breaks.
Well, best of luck to you, Anna. It's so nice to meet you. And the
Very
movie
nice
is
meeting
The
you.
X-Men. I look forward to seeing it. Thanks so much. It's 7:53. We'll be back after this.